just for peace and security. Because as politicians, we should not overhate the polity. But I'm not a coward. I'm just keeping quiet because of the common people. We don't have to denounce, denigrate people before we ascend to power. The federal government should look at its tax system. In spite of all the impurities, they are going ahead to impoverish the common man, to impoverish the subnationals. We are keeping quiet. There is no security in the north more than that we have in Bauchi State. And that's what we have done together through community development. I have APC and PDP and even NNPP here. We are living in peace because of democratic governance. We tolerate ourselves. There is too much intolerance. The APC-led federal government think they can use the courts, the institution of government like the EFCC, to persecute and prosecute Nigerians that are not within their own party. If they don't stop, we are going to declare war. I assure you we are not going to keep quiet any longer. I won't allow anybody to criminalize me because I'm not in their party. And I refuse to join their party. And I will not join their party. My family members, my officials have been taken like anything, locked up, without any reason. This award inspired me to talk. I didn't want to talk. But we still hope in the courts and in Nigerians. I thank the Institute for this opportunity, and I assure you it is not going to make us arrogant. Our humility and modesty will continue. We will use small things and do things and leave legacies and landmarks.
All right, that was Bala Mohammed speaking there, and we already know that there is a breakback between Bala Mohammed and the FCT minister. Bala Mohammed was the FCT minister between 2010, and obviously at that point in time, he made comparison to the fact that Wike is not the only FCT minister who is creating mayhem. Wike said that he warned Bala Mohammed not to have anything to do with his state. In other words, the situation in Rivers State earlier, he's pointing fingers at Bala Mohammed for wanting to upstage the political atmosphere in Rivers, and possibly that's the reason why he's creating chaos in Bala Mohammed's state. Well, we're going to see how that pans out with the warning given by Bala Mohammed. Meanwhile, in Adamawa State today, Israel burned down Christian churches. In fact, they burned down several villages in Adamawa State, warning them to convert to Islam or they die. The Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP, has continued to wreak havoc on Christian communities in northeast Nigeria. ISWAP burned down a Christian village in Adamawa State. It tells you how many homes were burnt, not just one. Several homes were burnt because they were Christians. Now, a security expert whose name is Brand Phillip disclosed this earlier on today in a viral video which was released by the terrorists. The terrorists did a video of them burning down the homes of these Christians in Adamawa State. ISWAP released an image of one of the Christian villages in Adamawa State burning, alongside a statement saying that all Christians in Nigeria are legitimate targets and they have an opportunity to convert to Islam for them to spare their blood. If they convert to Islam, if they do not convert to Islam, they are walking targets, or they pay the jizya tax to ISWAP. So if they want to stay alive, they have to pay the jizya tax to ISWAP. The move is perceived as retaliation for recent joint airstrikes by the Nigerian and United States military against a terrorist enclave in Sokoto State. Now, you do know as well that Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's prime minister, as well, has lent his voice. There's going to be a collaboration with the United States of America to rout out terrorists in all these hotspot zones across states and countries being decimated by terrorist related activities. Let's take a listen to Benjamin Netanyahu.
Some people who believe that, faith should be silent and terrorism should be understood. No. Faith should speak its voice and terrorism should be confronted, not understood, confronted and defeated. And that is what we're engaged in right now. So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition. They go to Europe, they go to the United States, they go to Africa, Nigeria. And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond. Beleaguered communities who deserve our help. Just as you are helping us, we want to help back. And we're capable of doing that. In Africa with intel, in the Middle East with a lot of means that I won't itemize each one. But this is what our agenda is. It's the main part of our agenda. And it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year.
Okay, so you just heard Benjamin Netanyahu there speaking, and obviously in collaboration with the United States of America. Now, you remember the Christmas Day bombing, right? It was just a day before that bombing that Benjamin Netanyahu also warned the terrorists in Nigeria to be very careful and lent his voice to partner with the U.S. to see how they can collaborate to rout out this terrorists. The Nigerian government, being spearheaded by President Bola Tinubu, is decidedly trying to deal with these guys. We don't know how potent, but we've seen the Air Force really decimate some of the enclaves of these guys. We've seen them interrogate some of the perceived terrorists, especially those who are into the suicide bombing. I'm sure you heard yesterday where they interrogated one who wanted to bomb a Muslim church, a mosque rather, not a Muslim church, a mosque in Bauchi State just very recently, and he was caught. He was paid 100,000 naira. He said their leaders, he mentioned 2 leaders, asked them to do that.
They didn't see this. I saw these things ahead of time, and that was why I insisted from the beginning. Esther, you remember I made a vow here that I will not talk about Obi.
Yes, you said so.
But from what happened yesterday and today morning, I want to change my stand. After all, as a human being, you are entitled to change your mind anytime, and for good reasons. Esther.
Sir?
Yesterday, Obi declared for ADC. Is that not true?
Yeah.
From the beginning of this shenanigans, is that not what I've been saying?
Yeah.
Please tell me. And people were calling my name, insulting me, telling me all sorts of things. In fact, they even told Obi, if you enter ADC, we are going to leave you. That Atiku is in ADC, therefore Atiku is this, Atiku is the devil himself, Atiku did this, Atiku did that. Don't go to ADC. But they did not tell Obi where to go to. Esther, is that an advice? Now, who is Obi's friend? Is it me who gave him a genuine advice as a brother, or those people discouraging him? Esther, do you know that why Obi delayed up to this moment is because of these same people?
How do you know he delayed?
I said, oh God.
No, Barrister, no.
What do you say?
Peter Obi had been part of that coalition from the onset.
Why did he not declare yesterday?
No, he was part of the coalition because he was still in the Labour Party.
Did he declare? Why did you wait until yesterday before he declared?
He was consulting. He was taking his time to ensure he was making the right choice.
Those people that entered ADC, like Atiku and Co.
Did Atiku join immediately?
Oh God Almighty.
Atiku did not declare membership immediately. Okay. It's barely a month even that Atiku joined the ADC as a member.
Esther, please listen.
Okay.
When Atiku entered the ADC, I expected Obi to follow suit immediately.
Why would
to take his stand?
Why would Obi do that?
I'm coming. Now that he declared yesterday, I now asked myself this morning when I was doing analysis, I said, I was waiting for Obi to tell us why he delayed up to yesterday, because that delay caused Obi some of his members, and I'm not happy with it. I made it clear. Some people left Obi because they say they don't know where he's going, like Kenneth Okonkwo. Is that not true?
Yeah.
And this other man, I don't know that man's name, who was one of his spokespersons. They said they don't know where he's going. That, he said he's in ADC and he's in the Labour Party. And that made his followers not to vote for any of these parties during the Anambra, Edo, and Ondo election. They didn't know where to go to. And I was telling people that, look, it's not proper in politics. You have to take a stand. So yesterday, when he was declaring, I said I didn't hear the reason for the delay. I didn't hear it. And that cost him some of his members. Esther, please, is that bad criticism? Please tell me. Because this morning, these people that discouraged Obi, these people that made him not to take a decision when the matter moved, they have not accepted that they were wrong all along. Now that Obi have entered ADC, according to my advice, what are they going to do? Why can't they accept that they were wrong all along? They are still looking for a way to blame me, and you want me to accept it, Esther? No, hold on. You want me to accept it, Abi, so that I'll be a good boy? No, it can never happen. You cannot blame me for your foolishness. You cannot. All this while we are saying it, didn't you hear what they told Obi? Don't go to ADC. Don't go there. If you go there, we are going to leave you. All the obedient. Look at what Tanko is saying now. Esther, oh my God. Esther, you hear what Tanko said now? That even if Obi loses tickets in ADC, they will still be there.
Is there anything wrong with that?
Wait, is that not what I said initially? That they said, why did I say so? That what did I tell Obi to go to ADC? Is that not what happened, Esther? Esther, please tell me, is that not what they were telling me all along? And I said no.
Barrister.
Look at how long they delayed that.
What difference would it have made?
Hold on.
Because there are talks that anywhere Peter Obi goes, APC tries to neutralize the efficacy of the party and all whatnot.
I agree with you.
You heard, Barrister, hold on. You saw what happened in PDP. When we had talks by Jerry Ghana that they were proposing to Peter Obi to join. Right now, the PDP does not really have a proper representation. Don't you think that this was what they were carefully deliberating?
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Listen.
Were you there?
I did my political calculation.
Okay.
And I said, look, from all the parties, if Wike is playing those shenanigans in PDP, he cannot try it with ADC because of the people there. And I used the example that no fly can perch on a hot iron. That was my example. Is that not true?
Obviously. The fly would definitely get fire.
Good. And I looked at everything and said, Obi, go and take your position in ADC. Take your stand. Let your followers know where you are so that they can follow you and begin to consolidate. Esther, please, is that a bad advice? That's my question.
It's not a bad advice.
Can you jump? So what did I do wrong that people are calling my name?
He was trying to ensure that certain things were done right. You remember the interview where he said there were grey areas that he needed to clarify. What if those grey areas have been sorted out and he now has his confidence to join?
Esther, please, you have to enter before you begin to give conditions.
Barrister, how can you just enter somewhere where you're uncertain of how things are going to turn out?
Listen now. Then during the declaration yesterday, did he tell us that it is because of this thing and that thing that
does he have to tell you?
Oh, really?
He doesn't have to tell you.
Really?
It means that whatever conversation has been had well, and he's okay with it.
The fact remains that I was right all along. He entered ADC.
All of this is because
of course. I mean, is that not true?
All of this is to maintain that you've been right.
Yes.
All along.
The person that welcomed me yesterday was it not Atiku? Did Obi said I will not accept you as your welcome? No, tell me. Did Obi say so? But you heard what they were saying because Atiku is in ADC. They did everything to discourage Obi from taking an initial position. And I was telling everybody that you don't do things like this. Some people groomed ADC. They were inside it. While Obi was undecided in ADC in Labour Party. But some people have already taken a stand in ADC. And they were doing all the working, all the internal working and all that. Why can't Obi join with them and begin to do all this instead of taking on undecided position? And what it has cost him. Is that not what I was hammering on all along? Now that you have decided, Esther, please, am I still wrong? Am I still wrong for those people? Look, those people owe me an apology because of all they said. They wanted to make me look at an enemy to Obi. Now that Obi have taken my advice, please, what are they going to say? Tell me, what are they going to say? Look, this is round 1 and I have won. The round 2 now is the ticket. Let us wait. The round 2 now is the ticket. Thank God. Tanko, that Tanko, that their man, Abi, he has already fired the first shot. That even if Obi didn't get the ticket and he get the vote, they will still remain in APC. Esther, did I not make this assertion before? Please tell me. Did I not say it? So those people who know better, where are you now? Come out and challenge me. Esther, let them come out and challenge me since they know better. It was these people that discouraged Obi from the beginning. There are things that Obi lost because of this delay. And they were telling me he's strategizing.
Okay, what kind of things do you think he lost? What are the things you think he lost?
Persons who would have stood with him. But because they didn't know where he was going, they left him.
Barrister, what if these persons
where are they now?
What if these persons were persons who were sabotaging him?
Please leave that in. Please
No, they couldn't. You can consider that these are part of the factors.
No reasonable person follows a leader. You don't know where he's going. It's not done. Nobody does that.
Can you remember what's his name? Valentine Ozigbo. Mm-hmm. Can you remember that?
That went to Anambra to
that joined APC. These were very close allies of Peter Obi. Mm-hmm. What if Peter Obi had decided to leave at that time, as you say, and then make a recommendation that he's joining the ADC or any other coalition? This same set of persons, don't you think they would have been used? They will act like they're still in connivance with him to decimate whatever political party he joins.
Esther, Obi is not going into ADC alone. People are already there, big wigs.
These big wigs, who are they? What political party are they from, mostly?
It doesn't matter where they refer to that they have gone into ADC to consolidate that party. And I expected Obi to be there, to be at the forefront, instead of waiting. That's what I'm saying.
It is just a month. I'll be a month, and that was, I think, Atiku joined ADC formally around that November time.
Then Obi should have been there.
The same thing too with El-Rufai.
Obi should have been there before all of them. Esther, Obi should have been there before all of that. What I'm saying.
Paris, I'm talking about what's the duration difference. El-Rufai just joined early December or thereabout.
Esther,
Atiku too just joined November.
People were there before Obi.
Obi was there too as part of the coalition.
He's the only big wig that came last just yesterday. Is that not true? Why did he wait until all these people are there?
Paris, he said he had been part of the coalition.
Tomorrow they will use it against him that he just entered yesterday.
Who are the people that will use it against him?
The people there. A time will come when they will remind Obi that, look, you just came into this party just yesterday. We were here before you. Wouldn't they tell him that?
So, Barrister,
wouldn't they tell him that?
Barrister, if the zoning issue had not been sorted out, you expected Peter Obi, who supposedly got 6 million votes, to desperately just join a party without being conscious of anything.
Nothing was sorted out. If not, he would have told us yesterday. Atanko, you heard what his spokesperson said now. You heard what he said. That means those things you are thinking of was not sorted out. It could not have been sorted out when you have not entered the party. Yes, it couldn't have been sorted out. You have to enter. How can you stay outside and you are telling people to give you tickets in a party that you did not even play a major role? What are you telling me? These people that entered there, are you calling them a fool? Don't you know what I'm saying? How can you stay outside and you're giving condition that unless they give you ticket, you will not enter? I mean, is it done anywhere? I said it here that that's not how the way to go. You have to enter. You have to enter, do the rough fight inside the party. Then they will know now, yes, you are a leader. You are capable of solving problems. You are capable of leading people. Esther. That is what is paramount here. Okay, you cannot stay outside. And be dictating that they should give you ticket before you enter.
Your truth now that you want to stand on and to speak to those who have been saying or whatever against you is that what?
I said they should apologize to me because they were wrong now. With the entrance of Obi into 80s, they were wrong. Yes, they were wrong, and I have been right all along. Let them apologize to me. If not, they should shut up. That's what I'm saying. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Let them tell me that what I said that is wrong. Let them just tell me what I said that is wrong concerning Obi. That they should be calling my name as if I'm an enemy to Obi. They want to discourage him. And at the end of the day, Obi would neither here nor there. And he may not contest this election. Is that not what they're trying to do? And I told that these people are not obedient. They were APC Ronu that were sponsored. And nobody listened to me. Now that it has happened, can't they accept it for one that they were wrong all along, Esther? No, tell me. Tell me. Some come here and told you on this platform, they were sitting here, they said, if Obi enter ADC, we are going to leave him. We'll do this, we'll do that. Now that Obi have disappointed them, let them leave him. His spokesperson have just issued a statement that they are going to stay in ADC, whether Obi win ticket or not. What are they going to say about it, Esther? Esther, what are they going to say about it? Since I was wrong. At least I have cleared my name now. Let nobody make that noise again concerning me and Obi. Because they don't love Obi more than me. They don't love him more than me. I gave him a very genuine and sincere advice, and it has worked. It worked. Esther, in this geopolitics of Nigeria, Esther, can you win this presidential election without aligning with any of the region? Either you are with the southwest or with the north. Can you win a presidential election in this country today without aligning with any of the region?
Well, no. No.
Buhari became president because Tinubu had to prop him. The southwest had to galvanize all their resources through Tinubu to help Buhari to become president. Is that not true?
So you're saying it was Tinubu that made Buhari become president?
Is that not? Even the wife had to thank the wife of Tinubu that it was the husband that made Buhari the president. Is that not true? Because of these alliances. Is that not true? And people are telling Obi, go and run alone. Esther, I was very angry to hear that. People that think that people you think that are very reasonable, they were encouraging Obi, go and run alone, go and run alone, go and run. They were saying it. I said, how can that be? Esther, how can that be? And I was telling Obi, do you know how APC got Amechi in Rivers State? It was when Amechi and Goodluck Jonathan's wife clashed in Ogoni. There was a ceremony there. The woman had to snatch the microphone from Amechi. And their quarrel started. Immediately Tinubu saw it. He moved in. Knowing fully well that house is already divided, he moved in to poach Amechi. That was how they got Amechi out of PDP. Is that not what happened? And I was telling them, now that this quarrel has started between Tinubu and the North, move in. Move in, take advantage. And two, Babangida have written a book removing that stigma from Igbo man that we are not responsible for the 1960 coup. These are advantages you would have used. Is that not what I said here, Esther? Please tell me. Use it. That is warm your heart into the North, so that they will accept you and know that, yes, the Igbos, we are not talking of Biafra now. We are ready to work with Nigeria and all that. They said, no. Why did I say that? Why should he work with the North? Esther, they said, why should the North continue to dictate who will be this, who will be... Are you serious?
Barrister, the grouse is you advocating that he should be a VP. That is where a couple of them are saying, why would you say that? I am coming, please. I am coming. Why would you make such a suggestion?
Hold on, I am coming. On what ground? Hold on, no. Esther. If I say Obi should be VP, based on what is on ground today, what is wrong with that? That's my question.
Okay,
because listen, if Atiku becomes the president, is he going to stay there forever? Look at my calculation, because tomorrow they will forget what I said. If Atiku goes there, because this north and south permutation, a southerner from southwest is already there. If a northerner takes it, Abi, and Obi work with that person, Abi, that person will eventually step down one day, and then it will come back to the south here. Obi is still a young man. Please, if this thing come back to the south here, Esther, will anybody justify somebody from Yoruba land or somebody from the south?
And you think it's if it's now time for the south, you think the OB adrenaline will still be high?
Hold on.
You don't have another candidate.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Will anybody in the southwest or south say, after they have taken the shot, they will even beg the southeast, or come and take this thing?
Are you sure?
Come. I said they will beg us, because at that time the course will be very clear for Obi, very, very clear. There will be no moral justification for any other person from here to say, I want to contest with Obi. No, it's not possible.
Right,
is that not my permutation?
All right,
is that not my permutation that didn't look at it from that angle?
Your point has been duly
noted. But they didn't listen.
So, obedient that supposedly insulted Barrister Darlington, he's telling you that he's right, and what he had predicted is what has happened. But we've not yet really seen the outcome, though, because Peter Obi is not gone in for vice president. So he's saying, apologize. He's maintaining his stance that what he had been suggesting is basically what has happened.
Yes. So now that Obi have done it,
so
according
now
to my
that
advice, I am the one that advised him to enter ADC, and he did it.
So,
what are you going to do about it? Tell me, what are you going to do? You think I'll run away from you people? I told you the whole world is not enough to discourage me. The whole world.
All right, Barrister Darlington, thank you so much for expressing yourself. Let's move on to another interesting situation, which I consider to be quite a spin. Starting this year, 2026, ISWAP released an image of one of the Christian villages in Adamawa State burning, alongside a statement saying that all Christians, now it's not isolated, they're saying all Christians in Nigeria are legitimate targets and they have an opportunity to spare their blood by converting to Islam or paying the jizya tax to ISWAP. That's what they're saying, and this was an information released by Brand Philip, and it's scary. It was kind of scary because everyone was like, "What could this be that Trump's direct involvement in Nigeria may lead to a level of escalation and instability that has never been seen before since the fight against insurgency began." Benjamin Netanyahu also said the same thing, that people should not be persecuted because of their faith, and he's joining his faith with the US in decimating this terrorist. And obviously, so what Israel did with with Palestine rather. Now the situation is this, Barrister Darlington. Bala Mohammed is giving his own stance by saying that if what is going on continues, they'll declare war. In what form, we don't know. ISWAP is coming to say now we're not isolating our targets. All Christians are our targets. They did a video burning down villages in Adamawa State predominated by Christians, and they're saying it's in retaliation for what happened on Christmas Day. Obviously, the US bombings hit their targets, as well as, even Nigeria Air Force too. They've been doing quite a lot of damage. What should happen now?
Esther,
because the president is not in the country.
The Christians should guard their loins now. It's not a declaration of war. All this thing that they were discussing in a hush tone, it has become clearer now. It's no longer a joke.
But Nigeria has lived in harmony with their different religions. ISWAP is now coming to do what?
Esther, ISWAP is being sponsored. Leave that thing. Esther, didn't you read the documents by that Danjuma Ali Kefas? Those things, how these people are fueling insecurity and so what are you saying?
But how come they're making this declaration now?
Really?
All this while, even if they were doing what they were doing, wasn't this upfront?
They were pretending until Donald Trump woke them up. So that is if that man had not done what he did, Esther, they would have finished the whole Christians in the north surreptitiously, gradually. Today they will hit one village or one then we will make noise. After we make noise, maybe 1 or 2 weeks again, they will go to the other village, finish all the Christians there, and then replace them with their own people.
So it was a takeover thing.
Like they did in Benue and Plateau. Esther, can't you see what is going on here? It's a deliberate and calculated effort. Meanwhile, northern leaders are not saying anything, Esther. Northern leaders have just kept criminal silence over this matter. Look at what somebody said. Imagine a Christian group now coming out to say they are going to kill all the Muslims. And they will go ahead doing it. What do you think will happen?
But Barrister,
what do you think will happen?
Other Muslims have condemned what
it's a lie. Said. They are not serious about it. Leave that thing. They are all deceit. Esther.
How?
Forget that thing. They are all deceit. They are not sincere. Leave that thing.
How do you
they
mean
will come out and tell you that they don't like what they are doing. Meanwhile, they are the one that brought them in. Esther, they are the one that brought them in. What effort have you seen the Muslims? What effort have they made concerning this matter? Look at how many Christians have been killed. How many Christian homes have been taken over? Yes, they kept quiet. They don't talk. I said if a Christian group should rise up today and form their own militia and go after Muslims, what do you think will happen, Esther? No, tell me what will happen. But now that the Muslims are doing this now, everybody is there keeping a hush silence. When they come out, they say, we don't like it, we condemn it. You condemn with the mouth. Action speak louder than words, Esther. Action speak louder than words. Before Donald Trump came, didn't they see what was going on here? What did they do about it? Tell me. Gumi was all over the place, hobnobbing with terrorists and bandits. Did anybody call him to order? Did any Muslim leader say, look, this is not our culture? They kept quiet, they pretended. Are you serious? All the other people they took over from Africa, is that not the same pattern, the same modus operandi? No, tell me what has changed. Is that not the same way they took over some African states? When people were pretended as if they don't know what is going on. Before they woke up, the whole place has become a Muslim state. These people have declared this and they are going ahead. Look, Esther, let me tell these people now. Let me tell them. If they are not careful, now that America and Israel have entered into the ring, the Third World War will be a religious war. And that's what we're trying to avoid. I said the Third World War. Nigeria cannot. Maybe after that, these people will at least let the world have peace. It's becoming too much. We are a very peculiar nation, right? And we have harmonized ourselves all this while. ISWAP is being used as a political tool to decimate the little sanctity that Nigerians are trying to go. They know what they're doing. So the question now is this: what are the traditional leaders in this community, especially in the Islamic-dominated regions, going to do about this to ensure that it doesn't seem like they're aligning with what ISWAP is doing? They cannot come out because they are working with them. They can. You can look, Esther, we cannot generalize to say that they are all working with them. I don't want to hear that too. No, we cannot generalize. What have they done? I mean, practically, what effort have they made? You saw what Shetima did with Kabiru Sokoto, and now he's the vice president of Nigeria. Esther, can they give any Christian that privilege? If he had played the role Shetima played, can they allow him to be vice president of Nigeria? Esther, what are you talking about, for God's sake? If somebody who is a Christian were to play the role Shetima played with Kabiru Sokoto, will the Muslims allow him to become the vice president of this country? You say now you cannot answer that question. And this is somebody at that height, number 2 person in Nigeria. Number 2 person in Nigeria. And you are telling me that something is not going on underneath, Abi? I said, go and look at their modus operandi. They will set out these guys to go and do the damage, then secure the place, take it over. Then after, they will now establish Emirate Council there, and it has become their own. What do you think the presidential? Because I am surprised to see that all the presidential aides, all they have been speaking about is Peter Obi's defection to the ADC. Don't mind that. That's what I'm telling you. And not the present current circumstances. I said that is it. Ever since yesterday, yes, all of them, Daniel Bwala, Bayo Nanuga, exactly, all of them, Bashir Ahmed, yes, all of them, and including the data boys, have all been concentrating on that. And these are dire issues. Are we saying that administration, security of lives and property, economic boom, these are the parts of administration that are meant to focus on? Are we saying all of this will be relegated? Because this is a dangerous horizon. We're hearing right now the president is not in the country. Today is the 1st of January 2026, and rain fell. It signals something positive, I believe. But to see this kind of news on a day like this, to mark the new year, it's desecrating what a new year is supposed to start as. And this will cause a chain of reaction. Esther, what if the Christians begin to retaliate? That is what I've been doing. Because look, Esther, if Christians if they are not careful, they will be decimated in this country. Now that Israel have come to make it an open declaration, and nobody, no leader, no Muslim leader came to, debunk and, rather they are diverting our attention with inanities. Esther, they are diverting our attention with inanities. Tax law, whatever, P2B. Meanwhile, a serious issue is going on underground. Esther, ask yourself, why is it that nobody has deemed it fit to destroy the people who have taken over Benue and Plateau villages? And the indigenous IDP camp for 10 years now. Esther, go and check. Let them go and show me one Muslim, especially a Fulani man that is in that IDP camp in Benue and Plateau. Let them go. Just one person, one.
But Barry said a couple of them are there. A couple of Fulanis and Hausas and IDP camps.
Let that thing.
Barry, have you been there
I said yourself? It's not possible. Somebody has gone to do the investigation. I said it is all Christian villages. That is why they took it over. What something is obvious? Why are you trying to pamper it?
Barrister, nobody is pampering anything.
So what are you saying?
But you can't say that there are no Fulanis in those IDP camps. What? You can't say there are no Fulanis in those IDP camps.
Full what?
There are Fulanis in the IDP camps.
Look, Esther, oh my God, Esther, if you go there and find one Fulani man in that IDP camp, I will surrender myself from here. I'm not joking.
You surrender, you transfer all your money to my account every month.
Is that your problem? With conditions.
these conditions. So it has reached the money. You can't give me the
And
money.
you now come and manage the money at home.
No, I don't.
Is that not okay?
Personality.
I will come and react. Now, but what I'm saying is that there is no Fulani in that IDP camp. It can never happen. It's
Barrister,
not,
what's your certainty?
I said, I let them debunk it now. I'm giving you. Go let them debunk it. Let them debunk it. No Fulani man is in that IDP camp. No Fulani man. I said Fulani. It can never happen. It's not possible. Because they are the ones that caused the problem. So how can one of their own suffer it? How can one of their own suffer? It's not possible.
But Barrister, you would have thought that since we're running a Muslim ticket, that it would have helped issues.
Did I not say it here when they said no, Tinubu have a Christian wife. How can she be there when he will be telling the husband what to do and what not to do? I said, shut up. She is not a state actor, so she don't have any position, any mouth in governance. Is that not what I said there? As I always say. Because somebody was running his mouth this morning that everything I criticized. He cannot even tell me one thing I criticized that he went to sour or that is not right. Esther, he did not tell me that all my criticisms, they are all falsehood, they are all propaganda. If you say something that is right, something that is factual, what is wrong with it, Esther? Tell me. At least if you don't know, listen to those who can teach you instead of running your mouth. I said it here, they said he's a Christian. I said, okay, what happened at the end of the day, Esther? What happened at the end of the day? Since they know better. This is something the Christian community would have pursued from the beginning and said, no, we will not accept it, we will not accept it. No, it can never happen. No, they kept quiet. Telling me that Remi Tinubu is a Christian. At the end of the day, they even threatened her. And no Christian uttered the word. They threatened her. They threatened Esther. And no Christian, these same Christians. I don't know whether Christianity has turned to foolishness that you cannot even defend yourself.